Hey guys, it's time for another review. This review is for Elebits. First of all, you're wondering, what the hell are Elebits? Well, I'll get into that when we get into the story. Well, actually, right now. Why not? Okay, so pretty much, Elebits are these sick, little, demented creatures who have plans on taking over the human race. And they want to torture us. They want to kill us. So want to know what you gotta do? You gotta blow those little bastards' heads off and send them back to the hells of which they came. Of course, that's not the story. I just made that up. But trust me, you're gonna be making up your own story, because the storyboards have the worst VO in video games ever. I'm not kidding. Whoever they got for the voice actor of that kid, he is so annoying. And you can't skip the cutscenes, so you just gotta wait there while having your TV muted. And he'll just drive you everyone will drive you crazy in this game. It's just because the voice actors are so bad. But anyways, once we get to gameplay, the game's actually pretty good. I'm eating a Pop-Tart. So anyways, it's a first-person shooter game. And no, you're not blowing off the little bastards' heads. Even though I wish you could do that. Pretty much, you're this guy who hates... You're this little kid who hates Elebits. Now, Elebits are these little creatures created by lightning. They apparently power everything. They're like electricity. They're this other world's form of electricity. But for some reason, you hate them. I don't know, I even watched the storyboards with the bad actors non-muted, and I still couldn't make sense of it. So apparently this kid's parents study Elebits, and he's complaining that they spend more time with the Elebits than they do with him. So for some random reason, so anyways, he's going to watch TV. But then he says, then his TV's not working because he needs the Elebits to power them. So now he apparently goes through his entire house collecting Elebits with his father's laser gun. The weird thing is, in the very first level, once you've collected enough Elebits, you get to turn things on to get more Elebits, like the TV. That's the thing. It doesn't really follow that storyline throughout the game, because for some reason, he gets all swooped up in this getting rid of all the Elebits thing, so he just starts to get rid of them all. So yeah. First thing I'd like to mention, you've probably already seen it by now. The gameplay is a bit like Katamosity Damacy. No, it's what's the name of that game? Katamosity Damacy. Sorry, I can't remember the name of the game. But, anyways, you pretty much get to make a huge mess out of everything. You're throwing things all over the place. It's so crazy. It's so much fun. But it does get a bit repetitive after a while. And that seems to be my main problem with the game. That after a while, it does get a bit repetitive. There is a multiplayer mode. Well, it is definitely just attack on. It's still pretty cool. Like, it's pretty fun to destroy all the stuff with your friends. There's also an editor mode where you can make your own stages, using objects you collect throughout the story mode. I think there's 7 missions in the game. Yeah, there are 7 stages, and I think 3 missions for each stage. You gotta do good enough on the first mission on that stage to unlock the other missions. And the game does start off really, really fun. But as I'm saying, it does get really, really, really repetitive. One of the problems I have with the game is, well, at the beginning, you get to just destroy everything on your leisurelyness. And later on in the game, they actually will start to... So stupid, because you're having so much fun destroying everything. Then later on in the game, they're like, oops, you can't destroy this much glass stuff, and oops, you can't make that much noise. So you really got, so in the later levels that removes from some of the fun how you've actually got to be careful not to destroy certain stuff or make certain noise, which is what's pretty much keeping you entertained for the beginning of the game. But it is still a pretty fun first-person shooter. It's not Wii Zapper compatible because this was a launch title for the Wii. One more thing I feel really strange, and this is pretty weird for me to mention it. On the title screen, it doesn't say press A or take you directly to the game. Here, instead, it says move the Wii remote. I know that's really stupid for me to comment on that, but it's the very first game where they tell you to move the Wii remote instead of just press a button or take you directly to the title screen. Sorry, my dog is being really bad right now. So, that's really all there is to say about the game. In opinion, this game is, I'd say, a 6. My main problem with it is it gets repetitive. And the game's not quite all that long. But you can, I'm not sure about it, but I'm pretty sure that you can share your levels with friends. I haven't really gotten to try yet. So yeah, in opinion, this game is a 6. Now, in quality, this game is a... Okay. In quality, this game is a 6 as well. So, I recommend you rent it. Like, it's pretty cool. It's a nice fun experience, but it does get very repetitive very fast.